What's up, guys? It is Brickmine, and welcome back to another awesome review of a wonderful set. Here's the Daily Bugle that we built last week for hitting 500 subs here on Brickmine. This set is definitely my favorite set I've ever built. It is fantastic. It comes with an army of minifigs, a ton of exclusive minifigs, and a bunch of Easter eggs that we're going to be covering today in the set that are just hilarious and awesome. So this obviously is a wonderful set here. It is massive. It is 32 inches tall, and it sits on a base plate, a regular 32 by 32 stud base plate. There I can show you all the way around the set right there. We have some of the civilian minifigs right here in the front. There's Sandman, and we set up a Marvel scene in our city. If you guys have not seen that, the city update from Saturday was a Marvel scene, and you guys should definitely check that out. If you guys could do me a real quick favor before we get started and hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. And let's go dive into this set. Here we have most of our minifigs from this set. It's all of the superheroes and super villains. There's also Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker in here in his original costume. So those are in here as well, but that's because they did not fit on the base plate. So let's take a look at these individually. My favorite right here is an exclusive minifig to this set. It is Punisher. He has a custom built, I think it's a semi-automatic right there, machine gun, which is fantastic. I added those fire elements to the build because, well, it just looks awesome. This one right here, I added the binoculars to that pistol right there to create what I consider a shotgun. So he holds a submachine gun and a shotgun, and that's just an amazing minifig. Here we have another exclusive minifig to this set. We're going to cover all the exclusives first. This is Blade. This is a wonderful minifig. He is the vampire hunter, and it's kind of like an Easter egg, really, because there's another Easter egg in the set that kind of references Blade the Vampire Hunter and really Morbius, so that's kind of exciting, and I'm really thrilled to have Blade. Here we have Black Cat. This is an exclusive minifig to the set as well. I love the legs, how they're dual molded. That's fantastic. I like how Lego's doing that more often now. She comes with this whip here and a diamond, in which she's not holding currently, but yes, this is a wonderful minifig. Love the white hair and the face print right there. Firestar is usually displayed up here on top of the Daily Bugle on that fire trail. She is usually flying, so that's fantastic when she does that. I love the red hair on this one, and then the outfit is actually really cool for Firestar, so awesome minifig. And the fifth and final exclusive minifig that we have here is Daredevil. Daredevil looks wonderful. He's all red. He's got that custom piece on the top there with the horns, and then he has his little red weapons right there that he will beat the crap out of you with. Anyone that is a criminal, he cannot see you, but he will beat the crap out of you. Awesome minifig. Next we have Peter Parker. He has that satchel right there, and then we have Gwen Stacy, who is Ghost Spider, right behind her basically. So I'll show you her full outfit right there. All the outfits on the minifigs in this set were pretty much new, which I thought was awesome. This set really impressed me with the minifigs. It's definitely one of the best parts. Here we have Ghost Spider. Great print on the front there with that blue and pink. Love it, love it, love it, love it. The back is awesome. I want to get this and Miles Morales the full suit without the hood, basically. I have two Miles Moraleses with the hood. Since we're talking about him, I will show you Miles Morales, who has the dual molded legs right there, of course. And like I said, he's wearing the hoodie, and I just want the full minifig with the full uniform, his full black Spider-Man outfit. And eventually I will get that, but I have two of these with the hood. Here we have J. Jonah Jameson. There's kind of a little Easter egg right here where J. Jonah Jameson has the web shot on his face. He is, of course, a villain and a nemesis of Spider-Man. He's not really a villain, but he's definitely a nemesis of Spider-Man. I had him set up in the scene with the webs cuffed around his hand, so he was kind of stuck there, webbed in the face. So that was really hilarious. Next we have Mysterio, which I did not have. This Mysterio is the full green with the purple cape. I love the purple cape, and I love the translucent, basically pearlescent blue helmet that he's wearing. There is one with him having a gold print on the front, some paint on the front, and I think I'll get that in one of the sets that's coming out in August. I custom built this little weapon that he's using. Basically, it's a spell, and then we added that Iron Man element right there, so he's casting some spells. We have Spider-Ham, which I did not have, and I kind of like, so I will definitely have to get Venom Ham, I think is what it's called, or Venom Spider-Ham, which is in that set with the Venom Iron Man. Here we have Carnage. We got another Carnage minifig. I think these top two pieces are the pieces from the old one. I liked them better, so I put them in my Carnage fig. I think this set comes with like the razor blade ones, but that's another awesome minifig. And here we have a wonderful Venom fig. It's extra awesome because that piece is black, so it just kind of blends in, and he definitely looks how he's supposed to. Love the facial expression on Mr. Eddie here. As we got more minifigs. So here is Sandman. He comes with that. This is basically his leg piece, but then they built this. It's basically bursting out of the ground. It looks wonderful and it has movement to it. So you can kind of have him shooting out in different directions. And then we have some of the civilians right here. These are wonderful. All of the prints on the torsos are just fantastic, and I think they're pretty unique, at least to me. We have a Spider-Man who came with one web. This is my first one, so that's awesome. Then we have Green Goblin up here, who obviously has, I think I put that there, that little orange piece. But yeah, I don't have any of the skull helmets, pumpkin heads, or whatever. So next, let's take a look at some of the Easter eggs in the set. First, we'll look at the ones on the exterior of the build, starting over here in the newsstand. We actually have an Easter egg with Kingpin. So we've never seen Kingpin in Lego form, but there he is on this little magazine in the newsstand, and that's wonderful. Maybe we'll see him, I'm not sure, but that's awesome. There is a nice playable feature right here on the side of the building where you can have this wall be busted out and access the first floor of the Daily Bugle. This was kind of funny that it says vote Osborn for mayor, and actually here is Norman Osborn right here in his Green Goblin form, so definitely don't vote for him for mayor. These two televisions in the front are pretty funny. Now right here it says clone epidemic out of control, and actually here is Spider-Man's clone right there, Scarlet Spider. Dr. Kirk Connors, I believe, is the guy who turns into Lizard, so that's kind of funny. And then is Spider-Man to blame? It's just the facts, you know what I mean? It's never the facts with the news, but is Spider-Man to blame? Of course, the Daily Bugle cannot stand Spider-Man. I thought this one was funny as well. Earlier today, all of the villains promised to stop being bad guys, but can they be trusted? No. Back here we have a Green Goblin stamp, and also Eddie Was Here is carved into the back. And then right here, I think, is a reference to the movie where Spider-Man throws his backpack at the wall and flings his web to it. So that's kind of clever that they have that there. People wanted to know what was in the dumpsters. Really nothing but trash. That's what goes in dumpsters. This one right here at least has cans, but yeah, it's just trash. The Daily Bugle set, you can actually remove the top 3 floors, the front wall, to reveal just a beautiful scheme of colors and really just a ton of Easter eggs and just awesome builds. I love this set. It's definitely my favorite one I've built. So down here we have just a ton of newspapers and references. So I figured why not start on the first floor. So right here in the corner is actually one of my favorite micro builds that I've ever done. It's a vending machine with some cola in it, some cans of cola. That's just wonderful, honestly. It looks fantastic, and it's just one of my favorite micro builds, like I said. Right here on this television, you actually have the reference to Morbius that I was talking about. There he is, vampire spotted, and it says, panic as garlic supplies hit an all-time low. These 3 newspapers that are right here are actually really, really cool. So these reference something in the past comics. I'm not sure exactly which comics they are. I don't know the comics that well, but I've heard that these reference the comics. Then on the second floor here, we have a ton of newspaper references. So this is the bullpen. Of course, we're going to have a ton of newspaper references here in the Daily Bugle. This one right here is Law Times. Nelson Murdoch wins big lawsuit. That's a reference to Daredevil. This one right here, you guys might recognize that one actually, but that's a reference to, I believe Spider-Man 1 is when that newspaper was in that movie. So that's really, really cool. And then, like the first floor had all of the newspapers that reference the comics. I've heard that all 3 of these are actually in the Spider-Man movies from back in the day, so that early 2000s. So that's really sweet, honestly. I do recognize that that Times Scare one right there in the corner. So, and then Doc Ock Still at Large. That one right there I recognize, and I've heard that that one is actually in another Lego set. So on the third floor here, we have one of the funniest references in the entire build, honestly. When I built this, I loved it, but this is a reference to the Spider-Man meme sitting at his desk. Yeah, if you guys know the meme, you already know. That's 10 out of 10 hilarious that Lego did that, so that's awesome. Over here we have, really this micro build's wonderful. So this is a copy machine, and it's got that translucent window right there, and you can obviously put some paper in there and copy. That's awesome. Here on the 4th floor, we have the desk of J. Jonah Jameson, and I'll show you his computer screen right here. We can actually pop this off really easily, and I can hopefully zoom in. It says Peter Parker, so he's emailing him, says, "You're fired." Of course, it says reward for photos of Spider-Man. That's the whole deal with Daily Bugle and Peter Parker. It's hilarious. And then he has some stuff there on basically a wardrobe or something, a cupboard. And I'm not really sure what's going on with all of those statues. The next room over is, of course, Betty Brant's room. And there on her computer desk is a really hilarious Easter egg. We have 99 missed calls from Eddie Brock. Of course, he loves her, and that's just hilarious that they did that. Of course, without a doubt, this set gets a 10 out of 10 from me. It is my favorite set that I've ever built. I absolutely love it. I think what I'm going to try to do, I don't really like how this blocks kind of that water tower right there, and I think that's a really cool feature on top of the building. So I think I might pop this off and try and maybe put it somewhere down on the 2nd or 3rd floor down here. I think it would look cooler towards the street. You obviously cannot see that if you are a minifig standing on the street. But yeah, this is a wonderful set. Let me know what you guys think. If you don't have it, you need it. Thank you guys for watching the review of the Daily Bugle. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for now for more great content coming real soon. Let me know what your favorite Easter egg is. Let me know what your favorite minifig is. Really just your favorite part about this set. This is a fantastic set, and I think it kind of hits something for everyone. So if you don't have this set, I would definitely recommend it. It is a 10 out of 10 Lego build for me. My favorite that I've built to date, and definitely, in my opinion, the best set that they've released this year. There's been some good ones, but nothing really compares to this. It looks good in my city. If you guys haven't checked that out, you can check out the city update from Saturday. It's a really cool one because we have that Marvel scene set up in the city. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.